Hello once again and welcome to CSIT 208, Multimedia and Web Design. This is our fourth session, Planning a Successful Website. In this session, you will discover the important facets of the website development process. You'll be able to define a website's goals, objectives, and purpose. You'll be able to identify the target audience for your website and determine the site's general content, and then also specify the structure of the website. Using what you have learned, you'll be able to plan the website process. You'll begin to develop the design and plan your own website. Careful planning is an important part of any successful endeavor, and creating a successful website requires significant investment in time and other resources, thus requiring careful planning to maximize the effectiveness of these resources. Now, after completing this session, students should be able to describe the website development planning process. Students should be able to define the purpose of a website. Students should also be able to identify the target audience of a website, determine a website's general content, and then select a suitable structure for the website. Students may refer to Chapter 3 of the adopted text for this course, and the text will be displayed at the end of the slide. Step 1, we define the site's purpose. So the initial step in the development of a solid website is to define the site's goals and objectives, and then to formulate the written purpose statement for your site. Goals are the results you want your website to accomplish within a specific time frame, which can be weeks, months, or days. Objectives are those methods that you will choose to accomplish these goals that you have set. A formal written purpose statement summarizes the site's goals and objectives. Although a site has a primary goal, it might have a combination of primary and secondary goals. For example, suppose your website's primary goal is to sell products or services. You could have a combination of secondary goals for your site to provide customer service, educate customers about new products and services, promote communication among employees and customers, keep customers informed about business changes in a specific industry, and so forth. And these things will support the primary goal. Now, identification of the website objectives. After identifying the website's goals, the next step is to determine the site's objectives, which are those methods to be used to accomplish the goals. For example, if the primary goal of the website is to sell products and services, the objectives might include posting testimonials from customers, which will entice new customers to come to you. Or a service offering, a 20% discount for customers who purchase products and services within a particular time frame. After determining the website's goals and objectives, you should create a formal written summary of reasons the site should be published, called a purpose statement. A purpose statement explains the website's overall goals and the specific objectives designed to achieve these goals. A well-written purpose statement synthesizes into few words the reason or reasons you are publishing your site. Formulating a well-written purpose statement requires clearer understanding of the site's goals and objectives. Step 2. This is done after you have identified the goals and objectives of the website. We go on to identify the target audience for our website. As mentioned, the second step in the website design plan is to identify the target audience. Who are you targeting? Who do you intend to visit your website? Although anyone around the world who has internet and web access can potentially visit your website, you must identify the specific group of people you want to call your target audience to provide the most value. You can begin the process of creating a profile for your website's target audience by imagining the types of people you might want to visit your site. However, developing a formal target audience generally requires research to determine both demographic, psychographic characteristics of potential site visitors. So for the demographic characteristics, these include the gender, the age, the group, the educational level, income, location, and other characteristics that define who your website's visitors are. And the psychographic characteristics include the social group affiliation, lifestyle choices, purchasing preferences, political affiliations, and other characteristics that explain why visitors might want to visit your website. A successful website satisfies its target audience wants and needs by providing useful information and also meets its target audience expectation for an attractive and interesting site. For example, a business-to-company site does not offer the products or services that the visitors want to purchase if the organization of page elements is confusing, or if checkout process is too complex. Visitors will take their business elsewhere on the web. So you need to be able to plan to keep your visitors on your page. After identifying the target audience, you should find answers to questions similar to the following to determine your target audience wants, needs, and expectation in a process called needs assessment. Step 3, determine the site's general content. You need to be able to decide which content goes onto your website, and this step is going to show you how to come about that content. First of all, your website's general content likely will include multiple web pages presenting a combination of text, images, audio, video, animation, and other multimedia elements. This section provides an overview of 3 types of web pages: the home page, the underlying pages, and then the splash or entry page. Additionally, we introduce different kinds of web content that might appear on these pages. So we talk about the home page. As we have learned, a website's primary page is called the home page. Generally, a home page is often the first web page visitors see and should indicate clearly who owns or publishes the site, what visitors expect to find at the site, and where specific information or site features are located. This will help the user experience on the website. In designing a home page, you should include the following elements, and I'll call them the 3 W's: the who, the what, and the where. With the who, the text name, graphic logo, tagline, copyright notation, and similar elements that clearly identify who owns and publishes the website. Secondly is the what. Summary text and images that show visitors what is available on the site, and that will keep the visitors there. Finally, we need to define where. Easily identifiable links to other pages at the site to indicate where specific information and features are found. Now, this is done to help users easily navigate the website and to find the information they need. Now, the splash and entry pages. Now, site publishers sometimes choose to include an entry or a splash page that uses images, animation, and sound to capture the attention of the visitor and to draw them into the site for further exploration. Visitors generally click a link on the splash page to move to the home page, or in some instances, wait until the home page automatically appears. Some large corporations use a corporate entry page that combines limited information and links with eye-catching images and animation to direct visitors to the home page and subsidiary sites. Now, there's a warning here. Many visitors seriously dislike dealing with splash pages. Always remember that you're designing a website to meet the needs and expectation of your target audience and not your own. And therefore, a splash or entry page should never be included just to showcase your technical or design skills. It should only be done after you have done your research and you are sure that your target audience will be comfortable with that. Value-added content. You will likely find a lot of information, that is content, with which to fill your website. Now, although this is very tempting to load all the content you have onto your website, you have to be selective, basing your choice on how effectively they will contribute to your website's message and purpose. You shouldn't just pick all the content you have and dump it on the website. You should choose the elements carefully because it is going to affect the way your website is presented. Content that furthers a website's purpose adds value, not merely volume. Overall, value-added content will be relative, informative, and timely, accurate and of high quality, and then usable. In general, you should use original content elements prepared specifically for the web over existing elements designed for another medium, such as print. Now we move on to the text. Now, text is typically a primary component of most websites. On every website you visit, you find some text. Now remember, typically, visitors scan through the web pages for information rather than read all the text that you put on the page word for word. Therefore, when writing original text, follow guidelines for writing for the web as introduced earlier. You can also follow similar guidelines to repurpose print publication text for the web. Chunk text for scannability. Now we place explanatory or detailed information on linked underlying pages. We use active voice and a friendly tone. Remove all transitional words and phrases like as stated previously, similarly, and as a result, which might not be relevant for the chunked text. Now, images, another very important element on our website. Images, which include elements such as clip art, illustrations, diagrams, and photographs, are most commonly used content elements on our web pages after text. For example, photographs on a website can personalize or familiarize the unknown. Imagine you want to move to a larger apartment in your city. You might begin feeling a little apprehensive about the prospect of moving. Then you visit a website that displays photographs of available apartments in your price range. As you review these photographs, you can easily see yourself living and enjoying many of the apartments, and the prospect of moving now becomes less worrisome. Audio and video, another very important element in our web design. Audio and sound frequently used as an extremely effective low bandwidth alternative to video. Audio can vary both in form and intensity. From a child's whisper to the President's State of the Nation address, or from a heavy metal band to the Winneba Youth Choir. The human voice and music can persuade, inspire, personalize, and motivate or soothe. Audio also enhances recall. Does a lyric that keeps playing in your head remind you of a significant life event? If that is so, then you know the power of audio. Does a stirring speech bring to mind images of some time which the powerful words were spoken? Also, think of ways that audio, with the capability of evoking emotion, promoting action, and triggering memory, can benefit your website. These are very, very important. Step 4, we select the website structure. This is how visitors will be able to navigate through the website. After you define a website's purpose and identify the target audience, you are ready to plan the structure of the website. The linked arrangement of the website's pages from the home page. How do you move to the underlying pages from the home page through the web links? called hyperlinks. The website structure should support the site's purpose and make it easy for visitors to find what they want on the site in a few clicks as possible. As a web designer, you should choose the method that you find most flexible to outline your site structure. Now, whichever tool you use, your website structure will likely follow one of the three structural themes, either linear, random, or hierarchical. Now, as I mentioned from the beginning of the session, our reference material for this course is Web Design, Introductory Concepts and Techniques, 1st edition, 2008.